Okay, so hot off the presses, here's another post from Carl that he's sending to his people today.
Oh
He's
god.
he's been busy. He's in some damage control today. Okay. He says, "We'll be outlining, in more detail at leadership and then the broader network, but in a nutshell, the network has been telling us that the content release schedule is overwhelming." Shocker. Shocker.
What?
These body blocks that are ridiculous in my opinion, right? So, watching the engagement in the catalog and frustration around digesting the super blocks and body blocks were counterproductive to helping people focus on their programs and focus on staying consistent. So, starting in 2024, we will be continuing to release at least 2 new programs a year. Shanti's Dig Deeper is next, and it's a game changer. My favorite. It's my favorite. And just wait to hear what we're creating for July and December. We will balance the program launches with 4 super blocks a year. So rather than having a super block every month, they're going to have 4 next year. Remaking and reimagining our popular programs in new, creative, and innovative ways. We will also continue to produce body blocks, but space them out to 1 a month. All body, mind and body, and iron block. We will take the content out of the body block format because the feedback is our bikers want variety more than a schedule on the bikes. So we'll continue to create amazing rides each month, but not a block. And finally, we will be producing at least 15 specials each month, which will be mini modules experimenting with new things, or providing single special workouts and weeks of themed workouts, which will keep it fun and sometimes a little crazy. So that's the overall plan. More details to come. What?
That's the overall plan? More details to come? Did he not even watch his own, like
Oh my
did you
gosh.
like, this is pre-recorded, like, I recorded it, but it's pre-recorded, and our buddy Carl has it
Yeah.
on he has it on a teleprompter. He knew what he was gonna say, they watched it back and were like, "Yep, this is good," and now he's like,
This
"Oh my
yeah.
gosh, damage control! You knew the damage you were causing, sir!" Sorry, I'm spicy, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, all right. Well, we can keep watching Mr. Carl over here.
Oh, lord.
Um let's see. All right. So let's see. The plan is we will have a plan. Exactly. His plan is to have a plan so that you can know the plan and we can all get on plan.
Yeah,
And he'll let you know what that plan is after he plans that meeting for the
yeah.
plan.
Plan, plan,
Dude.
plan, plan, plan. Good
Mhm.
job, girl. You know, oh my god. Oh god, I don't even
Yep.
know what to say.
Yep.
Yikes, buddy. Yikes.
Yikes. Yeah.
Ugh.
Somebody needs to stand up for holistic, healthy lifestyle change. That's what I stand for. And I hope that's what you stand for too. Now,
He stands for look good naked. Like that's his
Yes.
tagline and that's what he like oh, it's just because this whole thing isn't working for you anymore, Carl. Like and he's not going to admit it. He's
Yep.
not going to admit that that's what's happening.
100%.
in the past couple of years, we've faced choppy waters. We're not immune to the world's economy or to the shift in mindset in the post pandemic world. There's been a series of events that put a lot of pressure on the company, even back to the change from DVDs to digital. That was a bold move that took us to a new level and opened up new channels for us, but it also led to an expensive platform that where we constantly.
Okay, but here's the thing. I would think that like the DVD production and all of that would also have been fairly expensive.
Yep.
So didn't he just
He's moving
shift it?
he's moving the goalpost. He's saying like, "Oh yeah, I mean, that was expensive, but this is expensive too." It it sounds like he is a kid who is in trouble and then is trying to find the right story that connects with the audience, which is untrue. And then
Yep.
we're here saying like, "We remember what you did. What the hell is going on?"
Right. And it's at some point you cannot continue to blame all of the external things. Like at some point, he's got to like acknowledge his part in any of this, and he still is like holding firm on it.
I know.
So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, let's hear it. He's gonna just keep blaming other crap. Let's see.
Serving content, constant new production. That changed the business model. And we faced a decline in the power of our infomercials to produce sales and to promote what we do. Our field of partners slowed in activity and enrollment as we all tried to find the right balance of value and flexibility.
So it's the partner's fault.
Oh, those unsophisticated volunteer sales force who make no money unless they make a sale, and you get to get paid whether you make a sale or not. Carl, tell me how badly your coaches are doing. And I mean, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't watch this back and say, you know what? Big mistake. I shouldn't be saying these things.
Yeah,
And he
may not. Yep. Nope. He's gonna go there.
Which frankly led to complexity of how to present the product, how to keep it fresh without making it more complex. At the same time, like I said, the environment around us affects us. Raw material costs, for instance, they've dramatically increased over the last few years. And honestly, we're always hesitant and resistant to raise prices in any challenging environment because those challenges translate to the user as well. But here we are. We're facing these realities. Likewise, to stay competitive and to expand what we offer to people, we invested in the mixed bike. That was a business model that was a very affordable bike option, connected fitness, to make that available to our customers.
Hold on.
Then, like literally a month after we did that, the indoor bike market shifted like dramatically in an instant, and our price point advantage got wiped out.
How? Because you have bad music? Because you're
yeah, I was gonna say you have a crappy bike with awful music. You have a former Peloton instructor, and you're not utilizing her for bike content.
And you know what the wild thing is? You could not have a degree in marketing and figure this stuff out. And Carl continues to not figure this stuff out. What the flippity flop?
No, I mean, and that's the thing. What he doesn't understand is that so many of these coaches are gonna leave because he's making it that much harder. And you're right, the mixed bike did have a lower price point, but there's a reason it was at a lower price point. It is because of the quality.
Yeah, it's cheap as hell.
And then they had all the recalls. What do you remember when they did all the recalls on was it the pedals that were just falling off or something like that?
Yeah.
Like he wanted to compete with Peloton so badly that he made a horrible choice. Yes, Maria's like, it wobbles.
Yeah, the wheels wobble, but they don't fall down. The mixed bike does fall down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad. And that's just my opinion. I've seen so many coaches, like, you know why more coaches don't show themselves riding the bike? Because they know. They know that it's not a good look to see to the back and forth. You're not on a ship right now. You're on a flat surface, and it looks like your bike is going over. Like, come on.
I never see people on the bike.
Yep.
I just you don't see coaches on this. But the fact that he's like, "Oh my gosh, it's the market." Did you not have like market experts looking at some of these things and like forecasting? And so now their goal is they keep doing these fire sales on these bikes, trying to just break even. That's the goal, is just to break even.
He blames the pandemic, which sure, that slowed down shipping, that slowed down, like that did slow down a lot of stuff. But when we actually get the product in our hands and a human being touches it, and then the person is not excited because they just dropped $1,300 for a insert expletive piece of crap. That's the issue, because then they're going to say, this is really disappointing. Because when you get, I am privileged. I have a Peloton. Okay. It's incredible. I mean, in my opinion, it's when you buy it, you're like, wow, I got a deal because of how well it's made. The screen's incredible. Like, and it doesn't wobble on carpet. Like, it doesn't wobble at all. My husband's 6'8", he can ride it, and it's like, you can tell a difference. You can tell a huge difference. Carl,
well, and I love this, what Sam said. So, like, as a leader at work, the buck stopped with me. I was making the decisions. I had to be held accountable because I was in charge. And the fact that he is blaming everything except for himself and the crappy decisions that he has made shows what type of a leader he is.
Yep. He's always like, oh yeah, the credit, like I get the credit, but the problems that I created, no, that's not my fault. Oh, me having won Tony Awards for being the producer on these musicals and realizing how valuable music is and not paying for the good music, that's not my fault. That's somebody else's fault. Oh,
but it's just listening to anyone except for your team of people at the very tippy top. Those are the only people he's listening to. And he's not listening to the people who are actually like boots on the ground, getting this stuff out, that have very good ideas. He's not listening. He's not listening to them.
For sure he's not.
On top of that, they were hard to deliver. Cargo ships, like, literally couldn't get them into the ports. This is that post-pandemic reality, right? And I'm not sure you're aware of this, but in all that, our compensation plan was paying out higher than the industry norms. If you look at
false.
I was going to say that is not true. All of the comp plans that we have looked at,
Beachbody, that's awful.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's because they can duplicate themselves and they get paid out for 5 business centers. Like,
if they do it correctly. Yeah,
if they do it correctly.
Yeah.
So are there some things? Yes, but overall, like a 25% commission, that's like on the lower end, lower to average. It's not paying out so much higher than everything else. I don't understand.
Yeah, Mary Kay pays 50 cents out to whatever, like 50%. So like if you buy a product for $10, you sell it for 20. So you get 50% on that product.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Yikes.
Did you see what Katie said? I ordered my Peloton the day the mixed bike was dropped. I got it delivered within a week. So it doesn't seem like it's the shipping.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
backside now.
He was probably trying to pay like the most minimal cost to get him here. So
any of the public comparisons. And while it was something that we could absorb in the high volume years, it's become a heavy lift for all of us as the business model changed, the costs increased overall, and with the reduction in revenue, it has this domino effect through the system. And that's where we are. This is the reality of business. We're experiencing turbulence in a difficult environment. But
you created the turbulence. You did, my guy.
And then here, I'm going to add Bethany back in. I think she's actually trying to work as well. So I'll add her in, but I think actually maybe I'll wait for a second. I think she's on a call.
Okay.
But here's the thing, Carl. So you're talking about all of these turbulent times, and then you are creating additional turbulent times with the choices that you are making in this very call. Like, you think times were bad, you just give it some time, dude. Like, you're going down.
I can tell you, we're handling it with the confidence and belief of a company that has a big vision and a commitment to our mission.
You know what I hear
in a press?
You know what I hear when he says that? Oh, I hear bull shit. That's what I hear when he says that. But that sounds like he's trying to convince one of his investors that no, I really didn't burn the company down as badly as I did. No, I didn't create an awful Shakeology product that tastes like plaster. No, I didn't do all this stuff. So it's like, no, look in the mirror, dude. It's you.
Yeah. Well, and so here's the thing, and who throws a couple $1 million party in all of this turbulence? They're doing this leadership event next week that'll be so expensive. Like, no, you cut some of those things.
Yep.
You cut some of those things. And I guarantee all of those people that went out this last week, they had to have paid for them to go out there. All of the people that went to this Brendan Burchard event and to this advisory council thing, you know that he paid for all of them.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
like, dude, why are you doing this?
Don't you remember
Release.
in 2022 during the summit and someone released the cost of it and it was like 6.5 or $7 million?
Yep.
I don't remember the cost, but I'm like, bro, what
Yeah.
are you doing? You know how
Well-
much commission that could have paid out for people and you could have still recognized them? I don't understand.
And keep in mind, like, and the coaches have to pay to attend summit. So I can't even imagine how much money they spent. They should have gotten rid of the like High School Musical little dance number that they performed. Maybe that could have saved him some money. Like
Yeah.
all of these things that they're doing, it's just wild. And they have to keep up the image because the other marketing companies, the other MLMs are doing the same thing, and you have to do it
Yeah.
to play in the game, right?
Yep. And
So yeah,
you know what? I'm going to say one conspiracy theory. It's not a real one. It's just a pretend one. He is actively a producer on a Broadway musical right now. And he's been he's been producing some since 2010. Some of his productions have won Tony Awards. I'm wondering if he has an ego issue with not putting on something incredible for Summit because of what he's doing in the Broadway space, and that he is overspending in areas that he shouldn't be. You know what I
and
mean?
he likes to have the appearance.
Yeah.
Right? Did
Yeah.
I freeze?
Yes,
Am I
you.
frozen?
Yes.
All right. Well,
But
let's continue.
You're frozen.
Okay. Let me remove and add me back in and see if that will take care of it while I play Carl.
Okay.
That we're sending today, actually, we're introducing something called the Growth Game Plan for our partner network. And
Why is my video frozen?
I don't know. But at least it got you on a good screenshot, because when I'm frozen, mine is awful.
All right, so I may have to do some changes on my settings real quick. So I'm
Okay.
going to remove me. Can you control the?
No, I
Can you-
cannot. I cannot press play or anything. But do you want me to
Okay.
present from my end and put it in, or we can wait?
It's fine.
I won't burn her channel down.
It's
We'll be-
fine. We'll play some.
Okay.
some exciting new facets to this growth game plan that I'll outline now. Okay. First, we're excited to announce the appointment of author, speaker, and frankly, the leader in high performance habits, Brendan Burchard. He's going to become our chief growth and performance advisor to the network. And in addition to this role that Brendan's going to be playing in providing guidance and training to the field, our team body partners will now be able to market subscriptions to Brendan's.
You hear me?
I can hear you. I see a loading now. I do not see you.
I'm going to add Bethany.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, I'm back.
Welcome
Hi,
back.
DC.
I don't think I've ever met you on a stream or any.
Well, this is only my second one, so
I love it. I love your hair as well. I'm a big fan of the
thank
purple.
you. I
and
have a show
Love
tonight.
it.
And my
Yes.
show is set in the 50s, so that's why I have like full stage makeup on and everything.
Incredible. I hope that's super fun. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Cool.
It's a lot more fun to be in a show when I don't feel like I have to recruit everyone that I meet in the cast, and I can just be their friend.
Oh my gosh. Is it like not the most freeing thing? Like when I was at the doctor's office the other day, I was like, I don't have to try to like be extra nice to the nurses and like discreetly bring up whatever whatever multi-level marketing company I'm in. I'm like, I can just be here and get assistance. Like, this is incredible.
Right?
I don't have to go after somebody in the grocery store and randomly compliment their outfit and like start up a conversation. Like it's the best. So I love that for you. I love that for you.
Thank you.
Oh, how long were you in Beachbody? Or you were in Beachbody before? Or
Yes. I was, and you can see I did a live with Amy where I told my whole story, but in a nutshell, I joined in the fall of 2014, and then I got my 9-to-5 and started my exit process 2 years ago, October 2021. And so I was in a long time. I hit Success Club every single month I was in it, that whole 7 years. And my income peaked at 45K and went back down.
wow.
I hit 2-star qual in like my 4th month, and then one of my diamonds dropped out, and I never hit it again. So.
Oh my God. I must have missed that stream with Amy. So I need to go watch that because I love hearing people's stories and how they got. You're back.
I'm back. I have no idea what just happened. Okay.
Carl Deichler happened. His
I
spirit
just
is
caught
against
you
us.
up on like my history with Beachbody, and now we're good to go.
I love that.
Yeah. Yay. Okay. Brendan Burchard. This makes no sense to me because this, like, how much money are they spending on him?
Oh, probably 150 or 200,000 bucks a year or more.
Or more, right?
What are you?
And I get
so many things that you could have done to generate income, and people have so many good ideas, and you're just like, I'll hire this random personal development dude that is honestly not famous outside of the personal development space.
outside of the MLM space, like it just is what it is. And someone had mentioned earlier, like he really doesn't have any huge qualifications.
No,
Just
yeah. He's
Right.
just a popular person at the moment, and there's lots of coaches that use him. So Carl thinks that he's going to be able to keep their attention and keep them plugged in if he's going to give Brendan whatever his name is, Burchard, the money. So it's just an eye roll. It's just like, I think this will work. What are you talking about? Who came up with this idea?
All right. So when I left Beachbody and I went to prove it, the person I went to prove it with, he was like Brendan Burchard's right-hand man, her husband. And so like we got some like I think we had a call with Brendan even. Like it was like the big thing, right? So, but the fact that he is wasting this much money on all of these is just wild. It's like throwing the parties and doing all the other things. You're putting band-aids on the wrong areas that are pouring.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. He's going to keep going.
Powerful personal development app called GrowthDay. I know many of you already use it. And this is going to be another product for partners to sell and earn commission and volume on. So it's an opportunity to bring new customers in, even if they're not interested in working out or drinking the shake or changing the way they eat. Now we are going to give them the opportunity to use this robust personal development platform.
Nobody is going to want this platform unless they are already one of your coaches. This is an opportunity for you to sell this to your coaches, not to any customers. No customer is going to care about this.
Yeah, and it's not integrated with anything. They're going to say like, oh yeah, by the way, go buy this extra app that's 24 whatever bucks a month. Like, yeah, I can do without it. Thanks so much, Brendan. Like, I'm not going to do it. They already have to pay to be a coach. They have to buy a lot of Shakeology, a lot of Energize, a lot of other, in my opinion, bad tasting products. They already have to do a lot of like team building stuff. And then it's like, yep, you're the problem, and you're going to be paying more now. And
Shakeology, I promise.
Oh,
it's a brand that I had to look because I was like, wait, their website seems like really happy in a way that was suspicious, but they're not an MLM. So
awesome.
And actually, I think I have a recording from Summit. It wasn't this last one, but maybe the one the year before. I have Brendan's Summit speech, so maybe we'll have to do a reaction to that because he did a presentation at Summit that year.
Are you going to get content that's leaked out of leadership this coming weekend?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I want in because I've been, even though I never hit 5-star, there was one year where the 5 stars could bring someone on their team as a +1 if they were a lifetime 1-star or above. And it was between me and Courtney Burton, who is, see, now you know how highly ranked I was in the company. It was me and Courtney Burton, and I had more elite points, so I got to go.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God. Wow.
I was in body.
She was in.
I
Like
was in it. I went
full
to
send.
leadership and I went to all the things. The thing I remember most from that trip, though, this was the best thing my upline ever did for me. They, my upline and then her upline, Amy Mashburn, they bought us all tickets to go see Magic Mike live, and that was really fun.
Oh, cool. Cool.
It was really awesome. So,
That's so fun. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay.
sorry,
That's
I've been to
amazing.
leadership, so I've been to leadership and new leader conference that I earned myself. So
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. The number of people that we have sending us things, it's amazing. And it's funny because he thinks that they're like, by moving, they just did a cleanup of the round table. And they went through and they like scrubbed anybody who was not a paid 5-star or above. They scrubbed out of the round table. They did all of these things thinking that like they were going to prevent things from coming out. And sir, that's not how that works.
Yep.
okay, yeah, sorry.
We'll also be simplifying our content development strategy, streamlining the release of new content, frankly, reducing it in some ways so that feels like you're not drinking from a fire hose and jumping from thing to thing every month.
So that's what I just read that he put out, saying that they're only going to have 4 super blocks. Let me pull that up again just so I can see. They're going to have 2 programs a year. So they'll have Shanti's Dig Deeper, and then they have something for July and something for December, and then they'll have 4 super blocks a year. They're going to continue to produce body blocks, but they're going to space them out to 1 a month. And I've heard that the iron block is not good. The feedback that I've heard on some of these is they're not great.
Is that the one that Kat Napolitano is doing right now? Like this, it's secretly, or is what's one that she doing that she keeps like pretending?
She's doing Shanti's. She's doing Shanti's program. So
Okay.
they
That's
just
the only
they just
thing I would like to be able to do, but I'm not willing to pay for Beachbody on Demand to get access.
Wouldn't
That's me too.
he do an amazing YouTube channel if he left Beachbody and he did free content and memberships? He would make, I think he would do like far and above better than he would be doing in Beachbody. And people would,
I guarantee.
people would
His own app, like $15 a month. Like
Yeah.
I would do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would too.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're all of the like top level, you're seeing them now do Shanti's, like they're in the test group is what they call it, when really it's just like a preview so they can get video of themselves doing it and they can build up hype. But you'll notice Natasha Pearson keeps posting, I gained weight, and that's because I'm lifting so much heavier and I'm so sore, and so I'm gaining weight because I'm retaining water, and like they're all coming up with all of these reasons for
God.
it. And then they're lifting like 5-pound weights. And I'm like, okay, lady, that's not the thing. Yeah. So the iron block was, I think it was their attempt to appeal to some of the guys, right? So they're like, oh, we're going to have a monthly iron block that is going to be all weightlifting, but it has not gone over well because from what I've heard, the blocks have not been good.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Karina's right. Like it's okay to gain weight.
It's okay.
It's natural. Like we all go through phases of weight gain and weight loss for all sorts of different reasons in our lives. And it's fine. You don't have to justify your body to anybody else.
Well, and it's fascinating to me because she's like, oh my gosh, I'm up by 0.2. And I'm like, what?
What?
And
You had
And
some
she's-
salt yesterday. Like
Yeah, like she's justifying the 0.2, and it's because to be mindset tells you that you have to weigh every single day. And it drives this awful behavior of, okay, well, if I gained weight, then I need to look at what I did yesterday. Or you could be ready to start your period. Or like, yeah, that's a big poop. Maybe she didn't poop yesterday.
Yeah. I think
Come on.
that could be if you did it like 1 month or something as a woman, you like tracked 1 month, then you would know like maybe the natural fluctuations of your weight, and then just stop weighing yourself every day and just know that like I'm the heaviest on the 3rd Wednesday of the month or whatever. Like,
Yeah. And just don't worry about it. Just try and be healthy. And it's just, they're not doing that. So,
Yep.
all right, let's keep going because we're going to get to the the compensation
The
is
PowerPoint
ridiculous.
It's so bad.
It's awful.
So bad.
And we'll also incorporate GrowthDay content into Body's mindset channel to provide the highest quality masterclasses while also helping you cross-promote the GrowthDay opportunity. So they get sort of a preview of GrowthDay inside our mindset channel, which will also help tell people that they can sign up for a subscription to all the tools available on GrowthDay through you as a partner. We'll also be refreshing and realigning the comp plan to create more earning opportunities focused on creating volume and stable career progression while making some changes to parts of the existing plan to accommodate the new opportunities. And
he is so good at spinning, like the mental gymnastics that he has to go through to say these things with a straight face. Like we're creating so many more opportunities,
To lose money.
How
to
is
lose money
from 25% to 20% more opportunity? How is cutting people's like weekly cap in half and sometimes by 2/3 a better opportunity? Like how
Okay,
how can you do that?
The part we did not have yesterday is the part where they're adding the income. And so that's what we have today to talk about, because we talked about all of the other things, but it is putting it out there as this carrot that you are never gonna reach.
Yes, and
Like,
you know what the twisty part is? There's a performance bonus for 2024. They're not going to pay that out until January 1st week 2025. So, they're going to make people try to get and attain this whatever it is, and they get the benefit. Beachbody gets the benefit, Body gets the benefit of having the money from that incurred volume that they don't have to pay out until 2025. It's slimy. It's slimy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
well, and I'm just gonna throw this out there, Bethany, that one of the things is for the payout, you have to have 6 consecutive weeks as a diamond. How many people do you know that were able to hold a diamond for 6 weeks consecutive?
Yeah. Me?
No. Well, we're
Not
not gonna talk about Bethany. We're gonna talk about everyone else.
I was a diamond for like 6 years, but occasionally I fell out of it. Like I'd have the random like, oh crap, I fell to emerald because somebody over here skipped their Shakeology under someone under me. Like freaking, it's so stressful.
It is. And so the fact that that is being held out is like, how many people are really going to be able to achieve this? I mean, I watched the superstars because my upline went for superstar. She qualified her superstar when I was on her team, and watching her trying to maintain that was wild. It was wild.
Yeah.
And she maintained it enough to get awarded it and then immediately dropped it. Because you just can't sustain it.
You know, the wild thing is who benefits from showing all of the people winning and then not showing what's actually going on behind the scenes for a majority of people, and how difficult it is to maintain those, because again, they're showing the carrot of Carl's going to be able to show the carrot to the investors that there's going to be an influx of volume if people decide to stay. And then he's not going to have to pay out on that increased volume until for that special bonus until January 2025. So it's going to look like profits are up or whatever it is. And then it's just twisty. That's all I'm saying. It's just frustrating and twisty.
And to answer that question, no, you can never relax as an MLMer because you have to stay on top of everything and you have to know who in your downline is supposed to order on certain days to make sure that your volume stays where it needs to make sure that you're securing your diamond link. You can never get off of the hamster wheel. You have to stay on it.
Yep.
And Bethany, whenever you have to drop,
Yeah,
you're good because
be making dinner, So
she's got a sing tonight.
Yeah.
So
I'm
my floof.
no, we need a floof break. Oh my goodness.
Isn't she beautiful?
Cute. Oh my gosh, y'all. Floof break in the floof alert in the chat. Holy moly.
Isn't she so sweet?
What's the floof's name?
Her name is Dove.
Dove, you're a queen. Oh my goodness. Oh,
isn't she just she is so pretty and she has the best life. I'm just saying.
There's lots of her on my Instagram.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I have to go. I have to go follow because I love a floof moment and I seriously
she's gorgeous.
Bethany, so that I can
Bethany
in the chat.
Hold on, I'll drop Bethany's.
Oh, it's just my first and last name.
Okay.
Spell it. I only have one. Well, all my YouTube videos are me singing, or I have one where I'm talking about how manifestation is a scam. But I'm going to make more once the show closes. I have a little break before spring shows start up again. So I have some content planned for YouTube.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Okay, so I just put it in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna copy
and
put
right.
it in my chat too.
All right, let's keep going on Carl.
To align the payouts with an overall cost structure that allows the overall opportunity to be sustainable and frankly positioned for future growth. That's always the goal. Make sure we're going to be here for the long term and make sure we're positioned for future growth. And I want to be totally transparent about the changes to the comp plan because we've been working with outside experts and we put a
Isn't she so pretty?
The floof. I'm literally lurking on Bethany's Instagram and I'm just showing the floof pictures. And the eyes, I mean, oh my god, look at this one. She's just laying on the rug. She just belly up. She's just so cute. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
She's amazing. Yeah. So I love Bethany's feed.
Oh my god. Okay.
And the singing and it's awesome.
Oh my god.
All right, back to Carl.
A lot of thought into the changes that we're proposing. In the short term, every partner is going to be impacted at some level. For some, the impact might not be that significant. For others, it's going to be more significant.
Yeah.
But here's what's important about these changes. We are realigning our compensation.
The people who can afford it the least are going to be impacted the most.
Yep. The people.
Otherwise, why in the world would you not change the caps above 5-star? Like
everyone should have been impacted.
Everyone should have
been impacted, to be fair.
I know we're going to get there, but like being under a 8-time elite coach or whatever, like she was regularly throughout the year dropping to 1-star. And if you're used to living off of $3,000 a week and you still have all that volume and you drop to 1-star and maybe you've retired your husband and you have a couple kids, $1,000 a week, if you live in a big city, is not enough to support a family. It's fine for like a single person. But if you're the breadwinner and you've retired your husband and you lose that rank, that's going to impact you.
It's devastating. It's going to devastate some people. And he's just looking at just straight face, just doesn't seem to. Maybe he has a poker face. I don't know. It's frustrating that he's saying like some of y'all are going to be impacted a lot. No crap. Do you not know how to do math, Carl? Like seriously.
Yep.
Plan to make sure we are viable with a strong foundation for the future so that you can rely on this opportunity for your family and for your goal.
Yeah, didn't they say their goal is they're taking it from 55% to 45%? something like that was, I think, what
It's
what we
just so
saw.
wild because there's nobody on salary at the coaches who are bringing in all of the money to body. Like, okay, what's your return on investment for this marketing that you're spending on children's apps on in the Apple Store for the games? Listen, and kids listening to you talk about the body opportunity. What's your ROI on that spend? And then you're not going to pay out to the people who are doing all of the work, bringing in all of your revenue. It doesn't make sense.
No. No.
We were very concise about redistributing some funds, some of the compensation, to grow the network on the front end for newer partners, to help us to bring in new partners and reward new growth. This will be a critical step towards overall growth, right? We'll also become a healthier body company and network with these changes.
What?
So as we get into that, let me wrap up my part here and bring on Michael by saying this. I know this has been a very challenging time. I'm living it too. And
okay, but I was going to say, dude, your challenging time and everyone else's challenging time, you can't really compare those to each other.
I know.
So
yeah,
no.
Carl losing a couple of tens of thousands a month or whatever, or I don't even know how much he makes, is different than someone who's only bringing in $4,000 a month and then they're cut down to $1,500 a month. Like, stop it.
Yep.
Like, seriously.
Yep. And I mean, and it's funny to me. I'm like, okay, so if this compensation plan was so rough, then why have you been doing it for like almost 20 years? Like,
yeah,
I don't understand.
When he
why
said the compensation plan was more generous than other MLMs, I was like, yeah, I thought that too when I was in it, but like, call a spade a spade. Like, and I see that all the time on like the other MLMs pitching their thing. They like to lead with, we're different from the other MLMs. And it's like, if you have to say that, the industry is bad on some level. Like, I said it, I knew on some level that it was just a scammy thing.
Yep.
And I think part of you wants to believe it, and then you're never willing to go like compare plans really because you don't want to be disloyal to the company you're in. So you're like, you kind of believe it, and then you're not really like, you kind of notice the other comp plans out of the corner of your eye, but you can't really turn your head to fully look at them because you're in it and you're loyal. And so it's just,
well, and they have you believing it. Like, you are like, this, I am going to be saving people. I'm going to be helping people, and I'm getting paid to do it. And you forget, like, oh wait, maybe I should actually look over here.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's not the thing, Carl.
Yeah. And we see when we get into the comp plan, especially with the changes, the comp plan was already rewarding recruiting over sales. And now it's like almost exclusively rewarding recruiting and having people under you who recruit. None of that has anything to do with health and fitness. And no matter how much you care about Ozempic, it's very clear that you are prioritizing recruiting and not like creating a product that is actually making people healthier. Like, you just need to get as many people brainwashed into this as possible.
Yep. Oh, it absolutely is. All of the changes, it's promoting recruiting. I mean, and you can tell they lowered the compensation because they lowered the commission, but every incentive that they put into place all has to do with recruiting. You have to recruit.
Yeah.
I'm also right there in it with you. I believe in this opportunity, and I truly believe in you. That's why I've never sold a single share of my stock in this company.
He sold some in June of this year. He sold some, or someone in my chat said that he sold some in June of this year when I was on live on Instagram earlier. If that's not true, then I'm spreading misinformation, but I thought he did sell some. Or maybe that was another person.
I know Jonathan Congdon.
Yeah.
He did. Hold on, let's see. I think Carl, let's see, the recent transactions, Jonathan Congdon just sold 135,000 shares and he made $60,000.
I thought you were gonna say you made $6, like $60.
He made, yeah,
that would have been
he
so
made
good.
$60. But I don't think Carl, I'm looking, I haven't seen like recent. I'll have to keep looking
on Instagram, because when we were streaming earlier, because when I was recording this, I was just like had my headphones on for a bit to make sure the sound was coming through. And someone in the live chat was saying that he had sold something. So I need to look into it for sure.
Yeah, because I know
idea of caps at certain ranks, Dante-esque 17, is that you can generate a ton of volume. And if one person 3 levels down from you goes inactive, it could cause you to drop rank. So the company still gets all that volume, but they don't have to pay you as much. So that's how he's planning to make back his money.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
He will not have to pay out.
I didn't have the right mindset. So that's why I lost my 3-star and dropped to 1-star or whatever.
Yep.
And I better get with Brendan to figure out my mindset.
Got to attend a Tony Robbins event.
Oh, God.
That I have to pay for out of my now reduced compensation.
Yep.
Carl is making a compensation plan where volume is important, where he's going to be the one that benefits. He's making it harder for people to get paid out their commission, so he gets to keep more of the money. And it's so obvious, and to me, it's so obvious that this is what's happening. And he is trying to play it off like, oh, we're really doing this for you. No, you're doing this for you, Carl Deichler. Seriously.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Stacey.
And here's the funny thing too, is then seeing all of the things that people are saying after this and talking about the fact that they have so many more opportunities is bonkers. I've got I'll have to DC, I don't know if you're available tomorrow. I'm getting my new Floof tomorrow, but man, am I going to have a call for you. That's happening tomorrow morning.
You haven't even said if it's a cat or a dog. You've just said you're getting a new.
Oh, I am getting another Bernese.
Is that a dog? I'm sorry.
Yes, it is a ginormous dog.
Grover,
oh, it's a big one. Okay. Yes. Oh, I love a giant dog.
Grover's getting a buddy.
Yes. Yeah, Grover needed his own dog to play with, and so she's another Bernese. She's 2.5, so we'll have like 220-pound dogs.
Yeah.
In my house.
Stacey gave some info on the stock stuff. It said I relooked and he forfeited 8 million stocks.
Okay, so he forfeited those to pay for Mark.
Okay.
Because Mark is only getting paid on stock.
Okay.
So that's what it is. That's how that all works.
No longer the chairman of the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Yep. Thank you, Stacey.
Remember our theories yesterday, Amy, when we thought they were either going to fire Carl, ask him to step down, or that they would move the MLM model and just go to like an affiliate model? Like either of those would have been way better ideas.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It would have been.
Anything would have been better than this.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go.
I believe in us. I believe we're just getting started. Partners and leaders, today I'm calling on you and your incredible potential to step up to that potential. We have such important work in front of us.
What?
By serving others with body programs and products, and now GrowthDay, you can change lives. You can change your life and your family's future and be an absolute hero in the lives of the people that you serve. You are the future of body. I'm investing in you. I'm pouring new resources into you and keeping my foot on the gas of innovation that is true to our vision to empower millions of people to feel good while they pursue life-changing results. That's what keeps us a cutting-edge leader in wellness, or what we call health esteem. Let's tackle this new chapter of body together with enthusiasm and courage. Let's take the posture that the boldest, strongest version of body and our partner network is right in front of us.
What?
Okay, you're going to learn a lot more in the coming weeks about Brendan and the GrowthDay deal and the powerful additions that those and other things will be to our potential. But here's Michael to give you an overview of what's new and what's changing with the compensation plan, since he's actually better with the details than I am.
Thanks, Carl. So
real quick, if my boss wants me to like get on board with his vision and to like start doing new things or achieving new goals, he adds it to my bonus categories and I get a bonus for hitting certain things at the end of every month.
Yep,
He pays me
absolutely.
to do it.
I mean,
He
it's
pays me more. He's like, I want this. Like, I'm going to pay you more if you do this.
Yeah, and Dante said, "Step up to your weekly capped potential." That could not have been said better. But when you listen to what Carl's saying, he's saying it emphatically, but he's not saying anything. He just said, "I realize your incredible potential to step up to your potential." I'm like, what is happening? My God, Carl.
Do you think maybe Michael should have presented the new compensation plan using puppets? Maybe this would have gone over better if he'd brought out his puppets.
Oh,
have you seen his puppets?
No.
Okay. Is it a recruiting video? Do you remember which one it is, Bethany?
There's a recruiting video with puppets?
I think it was the recruiting video, like the training in like the original coach office training.
What?
Yeah, he has a training with puppets.
He sounds like Gilbert Gottfried, I think Michael does.
He does sound like Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh my God. We need to react to that because I love puppets. I love puppets and I'm ready. I would be ready for this. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll find you the puppet video. All right, Michael. This is it's really confusing. And I just sent you, DC, you can look in your Instagram. I've got the thing in there for the meeting tomorrow.
I'm going to take some time to go through all of the changes that are coming up with this realignment. But before I start, I want to assure everyone that these changes aren't going into effect immediately. But we just wanted to let you know in advance what's coming.
They're such givers. They're such givers.
Part of it's going into effect December 1st, right before the Christmas holiday. The next part's going into effect January 4th, when people are trying to figure out how to pay for Christmas. So you can, whoever came up with this idea, you can stop coming up with ideas now. Okay, we're done with you.
I'm just saying the one that I reviewed, Josh Spencer, when he had all of those ideas, his ideas were fantastic. He had great things, but they don't listen to people who make sense. They just don't.
Yeah.
I honestly wonder if behind closed doors, when they're not talking to the coaches, if they're actually really honest, if they say things like, well, our coaches are already so brainwashed, like they're going to buy whatever we say. We can cut their money. They're going to keep giving us their money. Like, no matter what, like we just have to keep gaslighting them. I wonder if they like are, or if in behind closed doors are like still pretending like they don't hate us.
Yeah.
I would be fascinated to hear what they say.
Yeah. Any whistleblowers, we would love to see what they have to say. Okay.
Right.
And I'll go through all of the timing at the end. Okay. So Carl covered this earlier, but let's start with why are we making changes to the comp plan? Well, the first reason is that when we examined the plan, we saw a few gaps, particularly for partners who are trying to grow a volume producing downline. And as they were building their downline, there was just too big a gap between when they started to build their downline and when they could start.
And it took you almost 20 years to realize this?
We're not like, I don't even, they're treating us like we don't have brains and that we cannot see what is actually going on. Carl, His investors have lost confidence in him. His stock is worth basically nothing. People are leaving in droves, and it's because of their comp plan, and it's because of Carl. It's because of the
Yep.
product. Come on.
Yeah.
Earning team cycle bonus in a meaningful way. Another thing, we were also seeing partners that were looking for an incentive to drive towards diamond qualification. So
They've always, like, are kidding me? Like, no, you have always had incentive to drive to diamond. And I mean, and if anything, having this 2-star diamond when you can open up an additional business center, that was a huge incentive.
Yeah. Everyone I know was like constantly going for diamond and felt stuck and didn't know why they couldn't hit diamond. And then same with like every level. Like, why can't I hit 1-star? Why can't I hit 2-star? And it's all just luck and societal advantages, in my opinion.
It does always crack me up when they put a little pyramid on the slide for you, just to make sure that you know that, like, it's right there, sir. Right there.
we've added some new elements in the plan to address these things. Now, the other reason for the change, in some cases, the compensation plan was overpaying compared to the volume and revenue that it was generating. So this, coupled with those,
like, are you kidding me? We've been telling you that for years. And that's actually something that they sold people on, right? That, like, you get to a certain level and you can just kind of coast. Like, that was one of the perks. And now they're like, oh, we maybe have been paying out too much money on that. You think?
Yeah. And now the people at the bottom are the ones that are getting screwed, though. Like, they, in my opinion, they should have made those cuts to the top people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom
absolutely.
people should have been able to retain what they were doing.
Yeah, like, you want a team cycle bonus, you have to hit Success Club, you know?
Yep, absolutely.
increased cost to operate the business that Carl talked about, well, it made it necessary to make some changes to realign the compensation plan in order to create a foundation for sustainability and growth. And I'm going to cover all of these changes. But first, let's start with the new additions. Now, there are 2 permanent additions and 1 incentive that we're adding that's just for 2024 and in consideration of all the changes that we're making. So let's dive into the first one, a new quarterly diamond bonus. So this is a new incentive for lifetime 1-star diamonds and below. Now, you must be a lifetime 1-star diamond or below at the start of each quarterly period.
Okay, so what's going to end up happening is that you are going to be freaking out the beginning of January, the beginning of April. You have to have that rank that specific week in order to qualify. So that's the first, like, big hurdle, right? So that's the first hurdle of many that are to come.
And then you have to hold the paid rank of diamond or higher for 6 consecutive weeks during that quarterly period. And
that is hard to do. I'm just telling you right now, holding that paid rank for 6 consecutive weeks is going to be rough. And again, one of the biggest problems that I have with this, and that we really all have with the MLM companies, you don't control this.
No.
You can't control this. This is all dependent on what people below you are doing. Yeah. So if you have someone that's like, screw this, I'm out, and I'm going to take my whole downline with me, oh, you're done. You're toast.
And it's so uncomfortable to go into your downline and talk to your personally sponsored coach that's about to lose their emerald and be like, your mom's going inactive. Like, can you call your mom and like make sure she orders her Shakeology, or
can you just go purchase something?
You're not allowed to bonus buy, but like, I have done it. Like, I just signed in as my dad or as my roommate and I bought something, to hit Success Club or to like save somebody. It's just like I Venmo'd somebody to pay for their Shakeology so they would stay active so I wouldn't lose my diamond. It's messed up. Like, the importance that you put on it, that you think like the world is going to end if you drop this rank. But now it literally is, because your compensation is getting slashed so much if you drop that rank.
Yep.
And you know what's wild? Why are people leaving? Because the supplements are hella expensive. The community is sometimes toxic, and you don't want to put up with, having to log into a Zoom call from your hospital bed after you just had a C-section. And if you don't log in, then you're going to get your mentorship removed from you. Like, people don't want to put up with this stuff anymore. And now they're saying it's going to be even harder because we're not fixing the good music on the workouts. We're not fixing the price point of the product, so more people want to stay longer. We're not fixing any of that. We're just going to make it really difficult for you to stay at a rank. Okay, got it. Thanks so much, Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have to, sorry, I know we've gone off, but it is harder than ever to maintain those ranks because it's harder than ever to recruit because Beachbody's been around so long. The market is saturated and the anti-MLM movement has grown so much. So people are wise to it now.
Yep. Absolutely. And there's more competitors. There's a lot more. Like, I know that Carl wants to think that he's in a class on his own. It's not true. There's so many competitors out there that people can go to that are new, right? So no, it's a lot more difficult now to do this.
Even there's a guy on there's someone on YouTube. He does dances. He's called the dance.
Fitness Marshall.
The Fitness Marshall, and his stuff is free, and it's so entertaining. And it's like people can go and work out and have fun, and he gets to make money off of AdSense. And I think he may have some memberships too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you get to plug in, and then you don't have to sell your soul to do the rest of it. Like I don't. He does have competition.
My health insurance gave me like a password to use all these different online fitness platforms like Daily Burn and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
All right, I don't need Body.
Nope.
One more thing. You have to have earned at least 10 Success Club points during the quarter. So here's how that pool is going to be funded. We're going
just brace yourself there. This is some amazing Carl math is going to be coming at you.
We're going to be reallocating from the 4 existing pools to create this 5th pool. So 12% of the 2% of the total team volume generated during the quarter will go to this new quarterly diamond pool. 25% will go to each of the 2, 5, and 10-star pools. And 13% will go to the superstar pool. Now,
okay, though here's the problem though.
Star anymore.
Here they left that up for just like 2 seconds. Hold on, let me see if I can just barely go back. Okay. So here's the problem. Oh, I went a little bit further. With the superstars, if you're a 15-star diamond, you get paid out at the rank of 15-star. You get part of the 10-star pool, you get part of the 5-star pool, and the 2-star pool. So are they going to be paying them from that diamond pool as well? Are they going to get paid from all 5 pools?
I bet they are.
Like, why didn't we look at some of those changes?
Yeah, why didn't we pull some of those like percentages? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're gonna cut the people at the lower part of the income whatever bracket so that they're gonna really lose, when we could have just pulled back some of these percentages from the 15, 10, 5, and 5-star diamond. Like, why didn't we do that? Oh no, we're gonna make sure they stay. Okay, great.
But the last year, this is what they said at Summit. The previous 6 quarters from when Summit was, 11 people had qualified for the Superstar Diamond pool in at least one of those quarters. So the amount of people that are getting 15-star is really, really low. Really low. People can't maintain that. I mean, it's like we looked at Micah's stuff yesterday. Her highest one right now is a 10-star. And at one point she had 3 at 15.
Wow.
People recommend Caroline Girvan to me today alone.
She's amazing. I really like her stuff. Yep. Okay, so here we go with some more, as DC calls it, ass math. We're going to go with some more ass math.
The 2, 5, and 10-star pools, and 13% will go to the superstar pool. Now, another note, We're also adding one more requirement at the 2-star level. You have to earn 10 Success Club points now during the quarter to qualify for that 2-star bonus. Okay, next one.
I think
this
that's
is a
actually
big one
because that prevents the coasting.
I do too. I like that one. Right.
See, we
Now,
can be objective. We can say when something's a good idea, and we're not just haters.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. No, that's good. And again, I think it's been awful that so many of them have been able to coast for so long.
It's just it's so frustrating though that the people who are coasting are going to have some things they have to reach for now, but they don't have any of the consequences of losing the large chunks of money from their weekly caps, just like the people who are working the hardest trying to get to 1 star, or trying to get to diamond itself or whatever that is. And it's like, okay, I like this one part, but why don't we not punish, but why don't we put more responsibility on the people who are getting most of the money from Beachbody?
Okay, so now here's why they're not saying how much the bonus is going to be. It's because they take 2% of the revenue of like
Team volume.
the team volume. So that varies every quarter. You never know how much, they don't know how much it's going to be either. Yeah, Stacy, it's 2% from the overall. That's how they divide it up, is they take 2% of the company's overall revenue, and then they divide it up by like the 12%, the 25%, it's so confusing. It is so confusing.
You 2 numbers from around like 2017 or 2018 when upline coaches would talk about specific numbers. I remember I had a friend who went 2-star and her bonus was about $1,000. So that was at like a peak time when there were a lot of coaches and a lot of volume. And a 15-star whose quarterly bonus was $90,000.
Oh my God.
And that was around the same time.
Wow.
It must have gone down. And I don't know if that 90,000 figure, I think that includes all the subsequent, like all her bonuses together.
Yep.
So that would have been someone receiving bonuses at all 4 levels. So yeah, you can kind of figure out somewhere in between what the 3-star or 5-star and 10-star bonuses would be in between those.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep.
But that was a few years ago when Beachbody was peaking. So,
that's what I was going to say. They definitely have gone down.
The new personally sponsored team volume bonus. Now, we've heard from the field that we needed to provide an incentive that would focus partners on building volume producing organizations rather than just focusing exclusively on reaching the next rank. Now, this is a new type of earning opportunity for us, and it might seem a little bit complicated at first, but this could be a
It is so complicated. It is so complicated. Oh my gosh.
Powerful new tool to grow volume in the network. Let's go through it.
Hold on. Before he starts going through, I think it's bizarre to me that he's like, we had to incentivize people to try and get volume. That has always been the incentive, because you had the team's volume, right? You had the cycle bonuses based on your volume. There's always been an incentive to get volume.
Yeah.
And if anything, in my opinion, this is going to like cause even more people to be like, we're just going to push you into being a coach, and we're going to do all of these like wonky things to try and manipulate volume.
Yep.
That's what I said in my live earlier. I said, if a Beachbody coach or body partner is trying to recruit you and you join, just be prepared for them to pressure you like crazy to recruit. Like there's no more like, oh, you can do this part-time and it's fine. It's like, no, they're going to pressure you to recruit more than they did before.
Yep.
The new personally sponsored team volume bonus allows all partners to earn a new monthly bonus on the team volume generated by their personally sponsored downline enrolled during the period. Now, when we talk about period, that period is December through December. That's 13 months. So basically, anyone that you enroll during those 13 months between December and through the next December, and anyone who they enroll, and so on, In those 13 months, those are your eligible personally sponsored team for that year. And each month, we will calculate the team volume produced by those eligible downline business centers and pay you a bonus on that volume. This is a reward for building new volume producing pods in your downline. So,
oh my God. They're going to pay it out in 2025 though. You have to do it from December to December. Then they're going to pay it out January or the first week in January. So they get
no, this one I think they pay out monthly. It's the one-time bonus.
Okay. I thought they were calculating it and it was part of the partner one.
I don't think so.
Okay. Then I'm wrong.
We'll look at how he's going to show you. He's going to show some examples. And I think he shows it based on each month. And I think they pay out that one each month, but then you've got the one-time bonus, I think. Okay. Here's the thing. It's so confusing. And even like I said, the person that sent us this information yesterday has been in like from the beginning. And they were like, I don't get it. Like it is so twisted to try and figure out how much money you're going to make in these personally sponsored bonuses. You're just going to have to be like, I'm just going to work and whatever comes because I can't figure out how it's going to pay out.
You don't know exactly how you're getting screwed and they tell you it's good and it's a good opportunity and you just believe them.
Yep, absolutely you do.
So, how much can you earn? Here's how it works. Partners can earn a differential bonus of up to 20% on the team volume generated by your eligible personally sponsored team. Okay. So, as soon as you start to build your personally sponsored team to at least 250 team volume points in a month, you start qualifying for a bonus tier. Now,
oh my God.
The tier.
This is ass math, right? This is what we're going to qualify as ass math. Okay. Though I just have to tell you, it's because this is really funny. So someone sent me the presentation also in other languages. And he said, if you're an emerald, you're screwed in all of the languages. Any language, you're screwed.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my God. And this person has someone who is a 5-star lifetime diamond, but is now being paid at an emerald.
Oh, wow.
They're putting this all into recruiting, but like, who are they going to recruit? Like,
no.
At this point, like, it's everybody's like fighting for scraps.
Yep.
You know,
absolutely.
It's hard for me to recruit in 2019. You know, who's going to want to join in 2023 or 2024? Like,
yep, absolutely.
They're not announcing an opening in a new country.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. All right, let's go. This math it gets better. It gets better.
Are at 4, 8, 12, 14, and 20%. Now, I know this is a lot to absorb. So I'm going to give you an example. And as we get closer to implementation, we are going to have lots of training. So don't worry if this all doesn't quite make sense.
Don't worry if it doesn't make sense. We've got you. We can be trusted.
You poor little peasants, you couldn't even understand this if you tried to. You could have made a better presentation, my guy. You could have like not scared the crap out of the people who've given you their time and money for years and years and years, and then said, you know what, we're not going to make this less scary. We're going to make it more scary and really confusing because we really like to know that much. Okay.
Yeah. Or just like, honestly, just make something that makes sense. Won't somebody please think of the products?
What do you think, Carl? He might have to give up his Tesla and drive like a Toyota or something.
Oh my God.
It's so funny.
Honda.
The thing to focus on is that this can be a powerful tool, not just for you to add to your income, but to activate your teams to start qualifying as well. This can create a volume producing engine in your organization. Okay, let's walk through the example. So in month,
I'm gonna put this bigger, maybe.
Yes. Love
It's
it.
still really hard to read, but we're gonna do our best.
1. Partner Jane enrolls 3 partners and 1 preferred customer. Okay? The team volume from the purchases and sales of all of these new partners and PCs that occur during the bonus weeks that fall within month 1 are all added up. So in this case, Jane's personally sponsored team volume, or what we call PSTV, is 435 points. So that 435 points of PSTV means that Jane qualifies at the 4% level that month.
Oh my
So
God.
4% of 435 is $17.40. So Jane,
I don't want to appear ungrateful here, but that sure seems like a hell of a lot of work for $17.40. You know what I'm saying?
The last 4 people on Instagram who've never heard of an MLM.
Right?
Oh my God.
Okay, so PSTD. It's PSTV, but I get where you're confused.
Oh my God.
Jane will make $17.40 that month. Now let's go on to month 2. So Jane continues to grow her organization. She adds 2 more partners, and her partner Ted that she enrolled last month, he enrolls a partner, and Chloe, who she enrolls 2 new partners. Well, now her team is growing, and her personally sponsored team volume has grown to 993 points this month. So that 993 of PSTV has moved Jane into the 8% tier. So just like last month, 993 team volume points times 8% is $79.44 for Jane in month 2. Now,
Who still hasn't covered her Shakeology.
Right?
This
Not
on
even like
extra bonus?
quarters of the way to covering her Shakeology. She hasn't even
Yeah.
heard the performance stack.
And then here's the other thing that he is failing to acknowledge. Nobody turned over that second month. Everybody continued on that same purchase because that does not happen.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
will lose. They did not put down, they didn't take anybody off of the volume. So they're showing you like this perfect like utopia that doesn't exist.
Melanie,
Because
it
most
worked for you?
What,
Yeah,
Melanie?
maybe you should have just eliminated your self-limiting beliefs, and then it would have worked.
And you should have paid Brendan Burchard to coach you.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
you would have been
there are
fine.
coaches on Instagram who will eliminate your self-limiting beliefs for you for only $5,000 a month.
It's true. And I'm sure that eventually you're going to make enough bonus volume to make that all work out.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Yep.
All right.
You'll manifest the.
also,
Yep.
if we notice in month 2, Jane's personally sponsored Chloe is starting to build her own downline. Now, her downline isn't producing enough for her.
Okay. I have an MS in data analytics and I teach undergraduate data analytics. In my professional opinion, at the end of the year, Jane will have 12 cantaloupes and Ted will have 8 puppies.
I was looking at the one above it. Every 14th Thursday in years containing a prime number and a vowel, you'll be eligible to qualify for a fruity smoothie.
Yes. Oh my God. Y'all are too good. Live chat rules.
Seriously, run, you're in a cult. Like this
Yeah.
is so confusing. It is so confusing.
Mm-hmm.
To qualify yet. She doesn't have 250 points, but Jane is encouraging Chloe that she's so close to qualifying for her own bonus, she should really start focusing on developing her team.
Inventory.
Okay,
loading,
month
that's-
3.
that's
Now
like-
things start to get interesting.
You're so close. Just buy another Shakeology. You're so close. You're always going to drink Energize. Just bump up your volume, or just bonus buy for somebody under your team. You're so close. Like, you're telling me that conversation's not going to happen? Give me a break.
You can use it as prizes for your team,
Right?
or samples for people who are interested.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
Jane's offering to buy some TV for someone in that list. I guarantee Jane is offering incentives or her own commission or whatever in order to get people to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. Jane needs to chill. Jane does need to chill. Simmer down, Jane. You got this.
So in month 3, Jane enrolls one more preferred customer, and Chloe's partner, Jenny, enrolls a new partner. And Chloe's partner, Tim, is loving Shakeology, and he sold it to 3 customers. So now Jane...
It's that easy.
Realistic. Not
It's
gonna
I mean, and look, everyone is staying on it, and you're just going to keep growing. You're never going to turn anybody over. So now your team volume is going to be 1,500, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So I just have to tell you this. It's hilarious. So my mother-in-law needed help, and my daughter messaged my husband and me. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Hun, if you need me, let me know. And he's like, I'm sitting behind you. And I didn't know my husband had come in. And he's these headphones are amazing. I'm just saying.
I love that.
Jane, her organization has produced 1,575 team volume points. So now that qualifies Jane for the 14% bonus level. Now, let's look at her organization. Chloe has now built a personally sponsored team of over 500 team volume points. So Chloe herself has qualified now for an 8% bonus. So because of that, Chloe is going to earn 8% on that 540 team volume. So Chloe earns $43.20. Cool.
Stop it.
But
I think we did that.
here's what's cool for
put it
Jane
in the middle
too.
so that it would look like this instead of like this.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, but so this is the interest. Okay, just wait. And like Jen said, it's too complicated. And then I like that Stacy said the 3 ladies on the right have straight dipped out, and they're just the quiet quitting.
Yep. I
Now,
mean, how many
Chloe's
people did you have
team
just like
that-
going active all the time?
Oh, all the time.
And
all
I was
the
like,
time.
why are you paying $15.95? You're not even like, just quit.
So here's the interesting thing, though. So now, okay, so look at this part.
Produce that 540 points, that pushed Jane up to the 14% level. So since we paid Chloe 8% on her downline's 540 team volume, we're going to pay Jane the difference between Jane's 14% qualification and Chloe's 8% qualification. So Jane is going to make 6% on all of Chloe's PSTV. Now that's what we call the differential payout. But she will also earn 14% on all of the rest of the volume from her team. So altogether, Jane will make $177.80 in month 3.
Stop it.
That is so convoluted for $177. And you're going to have to then figure out how much of it is my personal volume, how much of it is personal volume from this other person. And then on my personal volume, how much of it is people who were actually started from December to December. Like it's ass math. He's giving me a headache too.
Are? Like, get us 5 Google reviews, you get $50. That's bonus. And it doesn't depend on anyone else doing anything but me asking a customer to please give us a Google review and sending them the link.
Okay. And I think this is a really important thing to look at. You wouldn't want your downline to succeed because you're going to be, so if Jane had done all of that recruiting on her own, she would have gotten 14% on all of that. And you have to remember, you're recruiting from the same pool, right? Because you're recruiting people who are like you, and then they're recruiting people who are like them. And so it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
it
also,
is absolutely.
Legs, but we can't get into the legs right now.
Yeah,
$177 for all of that isn't a lot of money. And yeah, so they're going to say, but if you have clusters of those people, then it's going to compound. It's a lot of money for, I'm sorry, it's a little bit of money for a lot of work. You realize how many text messages you're going to have to respond to, how many like answers you're going to have to give for stuff, like for only $177 bucks.
Mhm. You know what else compounds? The stock market. Just like put your money, open up an Ameritrade account, Vanguard, whatever. I use Ellevest for, free or a small fee or whatever, and put your money in it and save for retirement.
Yeah.
And that'll compound. It's
Yep.
Or open up a high yield savings account. The rates are awesome on high yield savings accounts right now. I've made more on my high yield savings account than that bonus.
For sure.
Okay, so I have to go save my mother-in-law really quickly. Apparently her car won't start.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have to get going.
Okay.
So
you want to finish later? Do you want me to finish the comp? What do you
I
want to do?
think go ahead and it's up to you. Do you want to, you could keep working on it. I don't know how long I'm going to be.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just present from my end, and it'll be just still be up on your channel, and then whoever wants to come in and join, they're welcome to.
So I'm at 22 minutes and 52 seconds.
Okay.
And so I'll just remove myself from this stage. Because I mean, here's the additional thing. It's actually the anniversary of my father-in-law's passing, and so she's already like,
Oh God,
in a fragile
should we
state.
end it then, or what should we do? Would you be back before we finish?
I think I'll be back.
Okay.
I think I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna remove.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
And DC, I want to stay and keep talking about this with you. I really like you. I've been very excited to meet you.
I know. Awesome.
I do have to get going, like brush my teeth and grab all my stuff and head up to the theater. So
awesome. Well, have a good performance, and I'll probably be sliding into your DMs and seeing if you want to spend some time.
I'll follow you back, and we'll collab at some point.
Cool. Sounds good. Nice to meet you, Bethany.
Bye, everybody.
Okay. I promise. Oh, I can't change. I cannot change. I will be here in the bottom corner. I don't know. I'll do my best. We may be stuck. Let's see. YouTube. I'm going to go to the unlisted video, and I promise to not burn Amy's channel down. I'm going to go YouTube Studio. And I'm going to go to the unlisted video content. Here we go. And we're going to watch it. We're at the 22-minute mark, I think. Share. I hope this works. Uh-oh. I can't share it. Amy. Hold on. Listen. I cannot share it because I'm only Amy can do that. So we're stuck. Let me ask if Amy. Okay. Oh no. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. Hey, I can't share the video or end the stream. We're stuck. Is a kid available to end it? Oh, we'll see what's happening. How's everyone doing? I have 2 hours left on listening of the summer night. Yes, Elaine. Oh my God. I love that so much. Yep. We are held captive by the YouTubes. Yes, I did this to Jessica the other day when we were streaming Faith Over Fear, and I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and then I had to call my dad to come do something on my end, and then it ended up working. So, my company pays $250 a month toward my old student loan debt just because it's a benefit. Ray, that's awesome. I pop back over in case of a restart. I hope that we can, I wonder if we can unclick this so we can end it. I'm not sure. We could just be. Give me 30 seconds. Okay, she's coming back. I'll keep doing it on my channel so we can finish it up. Oh, and I have the ability to stream to Amy's channel so like y'all can experience it too. And so we'll just because I have her account plugged in. I just want to play like the Jeopardy music, but here we go. I don't know. This is my view of the comp plan.
That is the ugliest thing I have ever saw. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all could hear that, but that's Lilo and Stitch. That's the ugliest thing I've ever saw. Yeah. Nightbot, stop it. Okay. Amy should be coming to save us. And I don't know. I don't know what other good sounds we have. I've got this one.
Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lint liquor?
Who are you calling a cootie queen liquor? Sorry. I'm so sorry, Amy. We're stuck in limbo. So are you back?
I'm back.
Oh.
As soon as I started leaving, she's like, never mind. I got it fixed. So, you know.
Perfect. Okay.
So we can keep going.
Okay. All right.
Awesome. It's never a dull moment around here.
Yes. We've
All
been
right.
live for 1 hour and 56 minutes, and I was late, so I've been live for like an hour and 20 something minutes, I think.
Yeah.
So
Because it's so confusing. It is so confusing.
yes.
So we're still going through the comp plan.
Correct. We were just chatting. I was trying not to burn your channel down. No cussing
thank you.
happened. I was just like, bring your extinguishers. We're not burning Amy's channel down. So you were just hanging out. Yeah.
All right. Let's see how much more money Jane can make.
Oh dear God.
Okay. If you are watching this and have no idea what I'm talking about, try and think back to the first time someone tried to explain team cycle bonus.
Yay, Jenny. Finally canceled my body today. Yay.
Oh my God. Wait, I have some clapping. I don't know if y'all can hear this. Hold on, let me see. Yay, that's awesome. Y'all, hearts and hype in the chat for the cancellation of her body.
That's amazing.
Go. That's so awesome. Right. Okay, sorry.
Bonus to you. Exactly. I promise you that this will start to make sense. And again, think of the potential to create volume if everyone on your team is focused on building a team of sellers below them. Now, this can be really, really big, and we are super excited about it. Okay, next is our one-time 2024 productivity bonus. Now, this is a special bonus that we're putting in place for 1 year as we navigate through all of these changes. And it's pretty simple. So each quarter in 2024, that your total team volume reaches at least 100% of your total team volume from the same quarter of 2023, you will unlock a 10% bonus on the total team cycle bonuses you earn during that quarter. What? Now, this bonus, all of these bonuses can be earned for each quarter and will be accumulated for the year. And I don't want you to worry. We're going to be sending you out reporting so you know exactly what you are trying to accomplish in each quarter and where you're tracking against that. So now, here's how it works.
I get it.
This is the interesting thing. So they're trying to make sure that you're not dropping volume and that you are continuing to grow. But again,
yeah.
It's so hard to do. Okay, wait. Okay.
But they're not paying
Did
it
you
out.
see that bottom?
Yeah, that's what I was confused. Like, that's what I was like mixing up earlier. They're not paying it out until January 2025.
But and also you have to be a 2-star diamond or above?
Yep. It's
Oh
awful.
my god.
Like,
This is
as a
so
coach,
bad.
if you don't quit after seeing this, knowing that things are going to hit the fan starting December 1st, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm not saying go to another MLM. I'm just saying you better have stuff in place because it's about to go down in a bad way over at Beachbody.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. And the fact I mean, like, I don't think whenever I was presenting someone's compensation offer to them, I never had to have a PowerPoint presentation to explain to them how they were going to get paid.
Yeah, and did
Like
you hear him earlier where he's like, "Do you remember how you felt when you were, like, really confused about the bonuses or the cycle bonuses? Well, just realize the confusion you're feeling now because I'm such a bad presenter is the same thing, and just know
Yep.
it's gonna make sense in the future." Dear God.
Yep. Yep. Just trust me.
Trust
Just
me,
trust me.
bro.
We got this.
Yeah.
If you are a paid 2-star diamond or higher in any of the bonus weeks ending in 2024, you will get paid out on all of the quarters that you qualified for in the first full bonus week of January 2025. Now, again, we are asking you to match or beat your team volume numbers from 2023.
What if they beat their volume numbers and they don't make rank? So they don't, what if they beat their volume numbers and it's mismatched or misbalanced, whatever? They're not 2-star diamond. They're not going to get the bonus out. So they're going to be trying really
Nope.
hard to get the volume. And who's going to win? Say it with me, Body and freaking Carl Zeichler.
Because again, like you could be hustling your whole year, but if you don't get that during one of the weeks in December 2024, like if you aren't able to keep your rank in December, then you're done. You're not going to get any of that.
Yep. It's rude.
Yep.
So rude, in my opinion.
And like Jen says, yes. In the year 2035, you might make $50 a month. And it's the top coaches, the advisory board, the people who've been in forever that are going to have more of a chance.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely it is.
Yep. 100%.
And hopefully that'll be even easier with the introduction of the personally sponsored team volume bonus and the new diamond bonus. Okay, so that's all the new stuff. Let's get to what's changing. And as Carl said, we want to be transparent. These changes are going to impact you, and it's going to impact different partners in different ways. Now, our hope is that the new volume generated by the new additions that we just covered is going to help offset the impact of some of these changes. But here's a summary of what's changing, and I'm going to walk through them all. Okay, first, we're sunsetting the Ruby rank. No more super weekends where nobody stands up.
Quit saying that. Like, stop it. It's not a sunset. It's you're getting rid of it. Nobody cares about it. Nobody cares about Ruby rank.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. Do people let us know in the chat? Do you guys want to see this stuff? This is the stuff we talked about yesterday. Do you guys want to see these changes? Because I think we already talked about them yesterday.
Yeah, but I do want to see the body partner at the end because they brought in someone who's like, she believes in us. She believes in the changes. And you're going to believe in the changes too, because you just need to listen to her. And she was
Trina Gray.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll find hers.
Up when we call out the rubies. Now, the reality is that most partners bypass ruby on their way up to diamond. So removing this rank increases the incentive to drive to diamond. Okay, next. We're also going to sunset the Fast Start Plus bonus. Now, a lot of partners don't even know what the Fast Start Plus bonus is. Now, this was originally set up to get...
Okay, I'm going to fast forward to the end. I think most people are saying to fast forward to Trina. I was so annoyed at her.
Oh yeah,
We'll fast forward to here.
again. Ugh.
Our regional sales team will provide ongoing training on the compensation plan realignment so that you'll be ready to go for 2024 and particularly take advantage of the new incentives that Michael outlined. Nothing is happening overnight. We want everybody to be prepared and frankly psyched up to be ready for this next chapter. And as you process all this, I want to share some perspective. Actually, about a month ago, we shared this plan with the partner advisory board. Their initial reaction was, as you can imagine, frustration, a little confusion, overwhelm from all of the changes. And although we had been working behind the scenes with consultants, researching, strategizing, even telling the advisory board that these changes were coming, it still felt sudden. So I'm sure that's the way it feels for you. And that's totally understandable, particularly when it impacts your income and your livelihood. But we had a bunch of follow-up sessions with the advisory board, and that helped us fine-tune the changes and the messaging. And honestly, they were instrumental in getting us to where we are, so that it was just fantastic.
This is the fine-tuned message that you came up with after you dropped this on the advisory council? What? Yes.
Yep. It absolutely is.
Oh God.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. We listened to them. They made some incredibly valuable contributions to actually improve the growth game plan and complement the comp plan changes. And as it took shape, they saw the benefits of the changes in order to sustain the opportunity and make sure that it would work for everybody involved. And Michael, frankly, the whole team has put so much work into this to make sure it was as non-disruptive as possible.
He can't even get this out. He's like, all right,
he can't even say it. Good God.
No, he can't. He can't anymore.
And also set the stage for reliable growth. So then a couple weeks later, we shared this revised growth game plan with other leaders, a small group, and we saw that similar reaction, some overwhelm, some frustration. And over several days, we then saw that shift in their demeanor. They started to accept the need for changes and embraced the new opportunities as this powerful place to build from, knowing that it was.
So they brought all these people in. They had Brendan Burchard talk to them, convince them that it was just all their mindset and they were looking at it wrong.
Yeah, this is called brainwashing. Okay, this is a brainwashing moment. And Brendan, whatever your name is, I hope you feel accountable for what you did, because what the flippity flop is going on?
Yep, absolutely. They're going down. This is ridiculous.
It was built on a foundation of strength. Our leaders are excited about the addition of Brendan Burchard and the expertise and value that he's going to bring to the company and the network. It's a big win. And we all want to make the network bigger and stronger with all of these changes. That is the bottom line motivation to everything that we're outlining. Trina Gray was one of those leaders that we shared the news with when we had obviously presented this to the partner advisory board. And she has been incredibly helpful with navigating this whole process.
Let's see. Elaine, Carl is married. His wife actually helped formulate Shakeology and First Thing and Last Thing. But we used to see her and we don't see her anymore. I have no idea where she is. But yeah.
We're definitely confused. Yeah.
Yeah. Because even when they announced First Thing, Last Thing, she wasn't even there. And it's one of her products. So it's weird. It's odd.
I know this is probably a probably inappropriate question, but this feels like Hunger Games a little bit, where somebody was kind of cornered or they were mistreated and then maybe love bombed, and then they kind of came over to the dark side and started trying to bring over everybody else into the way of thinking from the higher ups than in what Trina is doing for Carl right now. That's the vibes I'm getting.
I absolutely agree. And you're going to continue to see it over the next few weeks as they continue to try and sell this to people. It's weird. It's really weird. And it's just going to be, she's hiding. Carl's wife's hiding with Shelly Miscavige.
God.
All of the wives are disappearing.
Yeah.
Close today by letting you hear from her, from a partner's perspective. I mean, she's a long-term respected leader who's also confronting the need for change and embracing the changes that we're making. So from one partner to another, we asked her to speak honestly and directly with you to help you process these changes. So here's Trina.
Hi, hello, body partners, fellow leaders. My name is Trina Gray. I'm an 11-time elite partner. I've been a partner for 15 years, and I'm part of the Partner Advisory Board. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about the compensation realignment plan that you heard about today. There's a quote that I love from an author who I really admire. His name is Robin Sharma, and he says, change is hard at first, it's messy in the middle, and it's beautiful at the end.
Oh.
And I guarantee there are other areas of your life where you have seen that, whether it's starting your own fitness journey that was hard, whether it was sending a kid off to college or kindergarten, maybe it was a job change or a move. We know that change can be hard at first to accept and to acknowledge. It can be messy in the middle of figuring it all out, but wow, it can lead us to a beautiful place. And that is how I see this plan. The plan was starting to burst at the seams. It needed some work to bring us into the next chapter of body. We needed to be able to redistribute some money from some of the top ends of the plan to help newer emerging leaders earn an income faster and to help newer emerging leaders feel rewarded for their efforts. We also
What?
All of this is ridiculous.
How did what we just looked at with the emerging leaders being slapped the hardest with the changes to the compensation plan, how is that helping them get to new levels faster? Tell me that.
Right?
Come on.
It doesn't make any sense. And here's the thing, like with Trina, she's been in forever. She came over as part of Shalene's crew. So with Christine Dwyer and Janelle Summers. So she's been in forever.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So she's a known quantity for
Oh,
Carl.
absolutely.
Mm.
to reward behavior that builds a healthy business, which is on bringing on new people, bringing on volume, creating depth, creating a working organization. And these changes address that, and they will help us build a stronger, more stable foundation. The personally sponsored team volume addition to this plan is so spot on, and it's going to be a groundswell of new growth that'll take hold over time.
So the teeny tiny print at the bottom was the income disclosure. That's what it was. And so they're trying to cover themselves on that. They're chopping the weak ones out at the bottom, which will cut into what the top ones make. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I just, I don't get it. It's not that I mean, maybe I don't understand all the ins and outs of the comp plan. I find it frustrating that they're trying to I don't know, add validity to these changes, and with people who've been in for a long time that people trust, people who know, like, and trust them, and it's not really addressing any of the issues that maybe a partners would bring up about the comp plan,
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting. So this last month when they did, instead of the Super Saturday, they did this like leadership or professional development training in 6 of the different cities. Trina and Melanie were the ones who created the video that they used to do that training.
Oh, okay.
So they've been utilizing Trina in a lot of things, which doesn't make sense to me because she's not necessarily one of the top coaches. And I'm going to play this, but I'm going to look at what her rank is while we look at this.
Cool.
The new diamond bonus is a great way to recognize those leaders who are working hard to build their teams and advance in rank and help other people. Some of the cuts that some of us will feel more than others are just a part of doing business and understanding that change is necessary in order to keep a viable opportunity in the future.
Okay, so she's number 69 in the network. So it seems odd to me that she's one of the spokespeople.
I think she's there because she may be the one that the bigger leaders respect. She's still
Probably.
in the 100. She's been around for a long time, so maybe because she's been around for so long, they thought hearing from her would be meaningful because she may have seen many changes to the comp plan. So I think maybe she was not the star hitter that they wanted, or maybe that they would have gone with, but
yeah,
who knows?
It's just interesting because it's like, anyway, it's just things that make you go,
Yep.
I'm here as a fellow leader who's had a chance to look at these changes. We've had a bit of a voice in some of the changes to tell you that I'm excited about the foundation that gives us. We're going to be able to grow stronger, deeper, volume-producing organizations that help real people get real results and for us to be rewarded for our efforts. So wherever you are on that journey of change, whether it's hard at first, messy in the middle, I promise we're all going to meet at this beautiful end.
What?
Thank you for being on this journey. The world needs us, and I'm honored to be alongside you.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
Oh, I'm just going to scan this QR code real quick because,
We're nosy.
we're nosy. Let's see. A new FAQ. It just is all that it did is it went to this growth game plan, and it's talking more about all that QR code is it took you to the stuff about Brendan Burchard and the growth
Give me
impact.
a break. Maybe we need to sick Danielle Ryan on Brendan Burchard, just to
Oh,
keep
I've
him
got some videos for.
Oh, love that. Where's the bat signal for Danielle? I have it over. Hold on. What? I have it.
Right.
Oh my God. It's right here. The bat signal. Danielle, where are you? I'll have to message her. I think she's out of town. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Here's what that gave me. Anxiety. So much anxiety watching that for the coaches.
Yeah, if your compensation plan has to be that wild, like you should be able to understand how you make money.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You're selling shakes and fitness.
Yeah,
the world needs a lot of things right now.
Don't gaslight the coaches who are frustrated about losing their volume and then have the multi 100 millionaire or formerly 100 millionaire tell us that everyone's going to have to experience cuts. Oh, sorry. So you still can live in your multi-million-dollar home. You still can probably fly private occasionally. You still can eat out wherever and whenever you want to. That is different in cutting back on your lifestyle than it is for someone who's going to be losing 2/3 of their entire monthly income, and then they cannot pay their bills because everybody and their mom encouraged them to retire their spouse. So,
yep. Well, and watching today and watching these top coaches and the things that they have been saying today to their downlines has just been gross. They are like, I am so excited. We have so many opportunities that we're going to be able to do that. Brendan Burchard posted a picture of him drinking out of a Shakeology cup.
Ew.
Like, come on. Are you kidding me?
Can I say, like, the company that made a product like Shakeology, it doesn't taste good. You have to add so many other products to mask the flavor because we've tried it with milk and ice and we've tried it with water and ice, and it cannot survive on its own. So when you see Autumn Calabrese making her pudding with coconut milk and ice, it still tastes like drywall plaster blended up with pea protein and a hint of metal. Like that's plus the flavor of whatever it is.
Yep,
And then they're
absolutely.
like, oh yeah, you are not doing a good enough job selling a product that doesn't sell. You're the problem. So we're gonna cut your commission, Carl.
So why do you think he decided to do this week instead of leadership next week?
Because they would have lost people. They would have, I don't know. Why do you think?
I think that he wanted, because the new leader conference, they want them to be super excited, and they are the lower, I mean, they're not lowest level, but they are a lower level. And so they wanted to give the top coaches time to work on the mindset of these coaches and spin it. And then they're going to further cement it at the new leader conference that this is a positive thing. That's my opinion.
You know what? If you're working tirelessly in a multi-level marketing company, and I hope that you don't take anything to heart that Carl Deichler says about your work ethic or what you've been doing, because you've been bringing all of his money that lets him live a luxurious lifestyle for the entire time that he's had the multi-level marketing arm of his business. And so it is offensive, one, when he calls the people an unsophisticated volunteer sales force, and then to do this to them in the fourth quarter, and then to have some of these things go into play December 1, and then some other things go into play January 4, when people are trying to figure out how to pay for Christmas presents or Hanukkah presents, or if you even celebrate during the holidays. But it is and to me, it's gross behavior to do this and have those roll out, those big changes roll out, and where you're basically like slapping the force that is doing all the work to bring your revenue in.
Absolutely. I mean, and they're already seeing the things that they're posting, and all of these positives that they're focused on. And so tomorrow, I know Julie Voris is doing a call with her team in the morning to try and convince them how amazing it is. It's just, it's ridiculous. Yeah, and I don't think Carl wanted to have to face all of them like in person as he's dropping this. Yeah. Ooh, you've got videos of Brendan. You need to send those bad boys over, because oh my gosh, that's amazing. Because it's just the same thing. It's the same mindset thing. And I am really interested, after reviewing the Q2 call, the Q3 call, I guarantee it's going to be rough. And they were saying that Q3 was going to be better because they had pushed Summit to Q2 to hopefully help mitigate some of the expenses for Q3, but I don't think it's gonna materialize.
I don't either. And it's just like, there's just so many obvious things. They're trying to do all this complicated stuff. I understand that the compensation plan has to be sustainable. I understand the concept of that, but like, they're missing so many big things. Having a protein shake that doesn't cost $140 a month. You can get really good protein powders for under $40 for a big tub. That lasts
you absolutely can.
Why do they do that?
Absolutely.
And then they've got Energize. Okay, like that's hella expensive too. There's pre-workouts that are cheaper on the market.
And that taste better and that are either comparable, or I was looking to see if they have put Energize on Amazon yet. I don't see that one on Amazon yet. They said that they were putting some of their other things, and they have put more of the ladder. So they're trying to increase their Amazon offering.
That's wild. It's rude to the coaches who have given their, some have given a decade to support this company, and then to treat them like that and put it on freaking Amazon. Like, give me a break.
And you're right. The uplines have to spin this because they need to keep them as long as they possibly can to make money. And I Otherwise, they're going to be like they're going to spin out their organizations so much faster. Yeah, thanks to everyone who made us a household name. We don't need you, and we're going to change that household name.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's go.
They've literally made it so difficult for their partners to recruit and to sell because they've changed the name. So you're losing the SEO quality of that. They don't want people to search on the internet. I get that. You can't do before and afters really, or we're not supporting that, but they're still doing it. They're changing so many things, and now they're changing the compensation plan. They don't give them good protein to sell. They don't give them good pre-workout energized to sell. They don't give them good products to sell that people actually want to buy. Oh, what are we doing? 21-day portion fix where we're like putting food into tiny containers and then we're going to eat them. And if we don't eat them correctly with the right mindset, we're still doing it wrong and we get yelled at by 𝐷𝐄𝐒𝐒𝐓𝐅𝐔𝐋. Like, look at this, really.
Yeah. So to Stacy's point, so Lindsay Matway hadn't been talking about Beachbody for the longest time. She's now ranked number 38 in the network because she started up again.
I think she's in Slay Squad. I mean, just
she is. Lindsay is like at the top of most people's line. Her line is by far the largest, I think.
Yeah, and I'm just refreshing this page. I think that the Zoom oh, no, you're right. The Julie Voris call is not going to be posted, I don't think, in this group.
I don't think it's in Slay Squad. I sent you.
Yeah, I got it. I got the link. But there's a lot of people in this where they're trying to, I think they're trying to talk up some of these situations and reel their people.
Oh, I guarantee.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Yikes.
Okay, wait. So this is interesting. So here's someone else's theory. If they can get more people to quit, they could say the percentage of coaches making more money is higher. Interesting. Yep, that's a possibility.
You know what's wild? You know that situation, and I don't think there's any trigger warnings needed, but there was a hashtag going around about muting R. Kelly. And basically, he stopped getting the money to be able to continue doing his bad behavior because people saw what was going on. And it really prevented him from being able to do more damage because he didn't have the income coming in because regular people stopped buying his stuff. And then you could do the same thing in body by not buying the products. And again, I say this with a grain of salt because I just bought an MLM, ring on Monday. I'm not saying you can't get sucked in. I'm saying there's power in people not participating in this. And I get it.
And I think I think we're going to see that happening so much in the next few months. And you're going to start to see the people who have already left and gone to other companies. You're going to see them pulling more people over to Modere, to Arbonne, to all of these other companies. It's going to be like rats fleeing the ship. They're all just going to be like going anywhere they possibly can because 20% commission is not a good amount when you look at all the other MLM compensation plans. So
it's not good.
No.
Yep.
Well, all right. Well, this has been a nightmare of a week for them. And now they get to do leadership. So
good luck with that, Carl Daikeler.
Yeah, it's going to be something. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out of leadership. And I'm sure we're going to get all the details, I'm sure.
Was leadership the last year when Carl yelled at 𝐷𝐄𝐒𝐒𝐓𝐼𝐍 to when she was telling him something and he told her just to stop? Was that at leadership or was that at a different
event? It was at leadership. It was at leadership because he was trying to do the whole health esteem thing and she was not immediately on board. That's where he announced health esteem last year.
Yeah.
And she kind of lost it. Unique has an actual affiliate program, not just the pyramid part. That's interesting.
That's cool.
I think you're going to see more of them doing that, which I think, if you want to sell a product and it's not dependent upon recruiting your parents and your siblings and anybody in that you could possibly know, like, I think it's different, right? It's this you're going to have to try and manipulate your volume to such a high degree in order to hit any of these additional incentives or bonuses that are supposed to make up for the compensation that they've taken away.
Yeah. And with an affiliate, you have less of a, you have to build in less of a, like a, I guess, a profit into the product because you're not paying 11 lines down or 6 lines down or
Yeah.
whatever it is. You have to pay for the cost of producing the product, then delivery, then you have to pay for the C-suite and whatever the employees, that's all worked in there. And then you build in the cost of paying your affiliates, which maybe crosses over into taking some money out from your marketing so you don't have to do as much marketing because you have somebody doing that. Or you pay an influencer, $10,000-15,000 for 2 posts and they sell a product for you and maybe they get part of the commission. It can be different. It can be different. So,
Yep, absolutely. All right, well, my friends, we'll keep at it. They're going down.
keep you posted. Definitely send us any interesting links. We'd love to wreak havoc on multi-level marketing companies everywhere. So
Absolutely. All right, live chat. You guys have been amazing
yes,
today.
Crew, much non-culty love to you. If you rewatch,
Absolutely.
Yep.
And if you guys can make sure and like and comment, share any of the things, that all helps too. So
yes, thank you so much.
all right. Bye, guys.
Bye.